Assalamu alaikum and peace be to you all. Welcome to Auspark Driving School. Today we will be talking about the low speed maneuvers that they can ask you on the day of the test. So there are two of them. They will ask you only one. One of them is a 3-point turn and the other one is a reverse parallel park. So we'll talk about 3-point turn today. Okay. So a 3-point turn is basically a U-turn. You do it in 3 moves. Hence it's called 3-point turn. And 3-point turn can be done in 2 different ways. One is that we could use a driveway on your right hand side, or the other one is using from curb to curb, from one side to the other side of the road. Okay, so there are a few things that we need to be careful about when we do that. So what we'll do is we'll do that in a very controlled environment first, and then we'll do it in a car after that. Okay, all right, let's get to it. Okay, during the test, they will take you in a straight and they'll ask you to perform a 3-point turn where it's safe. So what will you do? You will look for the place or space where there's no cars parked around. Okay, so you can do the 3-point turn staying close to the center of the road if you want, and you indicate right. But it's better if you're doing curb to curb, it's better to go to the left first. So when you're going to the left, you got to indicate left first and come to this side, and then you do the observation, the oncoming traffic, through the mirrors and the head check. Once it's clear, you go this way and close to the curb over there. Just making sure that we don't hit the curb or anything on the curb, yeah, on the grass. And then what you do, you put in reverse, and then you do the observation again. You do the head checks, and then you come back this way, like this, and then you put in drive, and then you continue like this. And you can keep going. Okay. So this is one way of doing it, like using curb to curb. The other one is that you can use the driveway. Okay, so the driveway, when you're coming from here, if you want to stay close to the center of the road and you want to use the driveway, then you can just signal right, and then when you come in, come close, sort of in the center of the driveway. Don't like turn too early from here. Like if you turn too early, you go like this and too close to this side of the curb. So that's the corners, yeah. And if you turn from here, the front of the tire is going to go over the corner. If it goes over the corner, one is going to damage your bumper bar. The other one is there's a critical error in the test. But if it's like a flat curb, then it's not that much of a problem. Okay. And the other thing is, when you go this way, you got to make sure that we don't cross the fence of the house. Okay. So then you can just come back. If you from here, if you go to the center of the driveway, go from here and try to be in the center and make the car straighter. Once you come up here, make the car straighter, and then you come straight down if it's possible. Come off the driveway and then turn like this, and then you can just continue like this, and make sure you do all the observation that you need to do. Okay, we're going to do practical of the 3-point turn. So whenever you do a 3-point turn, you're going to make sure there's no cars parked around both sides of the road. So then it's easier for you to do the 3-point turn. So if I were to use that driveway on the right hand side, then it'll be hard for me when I'm coming back out because there's a car behind me. So I would try to not to use that driveway. I would do either before that or after that. Okay, so we're going to go somewhere else where we could do the 3-point turn using a driveway. Okay, this is the driveway on the right hand side we're going to use, so there's nothing behind us, so it'll be easier. So let's go to that driveway. Okay, we're going to use this driveway on the right, and we're going to stay close to the center of the road. We're not going to the left, so we don't have to indicate left. So we're going to go in there. If we turn from here, and it's a single driveway, if you go too close to the right side here, then and make sure that we don't cross the fence, we're going to have to straighten up the wheel here. And then if you turn from here and go back, and then you turn from the start. If you turn from the start, you will see that on this corner, this right hand side, you can see the right hand side corner, the tire is going over the curb, right? This curb is a little bit flat, yeah, so you can go very easy on this one. You can do that, but if it is a hard straight one, then it'll be very hard to do this. Okay, and it is a critical error for the test, and also the front of the bumper bar is going to hit the car. Okay, so we're going to straighten up, and then we'll continue to keep going. Again from here, so this time I'm going to go into the center of the red driveway, and then make it straighter once we go in. So we don't want to go too close to either side. And then we just here make it straight. The wheel has to be straight. When you're coming down, it's looking, you got to do the observation at the back and the sides. Head checks and keep going straight down like this. So we don't go over the curb. So we go down. Once you're off the driveway, that's when you start turning. You full turn and then you're looking at the back. We don't want to hit anything at the back. And then we look to the left, and if there's no one coming, then you straighten up the wheel to your right, turn to your right, and then we can continue. Okay. Okay, now we're going to use that curb to curb this time. Okay, so we're going to move to the left first. It's easier to go to the left first, and then stop here, indicate right. You look in the mirrors, oncoming traffic, head checks. You can see there's a car coming. Once that car passes, what I'll do is I'll do the head check to your right, nobody's coming, then we go close, turn this way, full turn, and come close to the curb. Make sure we don't hit anything on the curb, yeah? And then you look at the back, on both sides, and looking at the tires as well. No, you can't see the tires from here. But looking at the back and the side, nobody's coming, looking in the back view mirror, and then on the side view mirror, I can see from the side view mirror, the car is not touching the curb. And then you start, put in drive, look to your left if somebody's coming, you give up. If they're not, then you can continue to your right, turn the wheel, and turn to right, make sure we don't hit the curb, and then we'll continue. Okay. Okay, now you can see this driveway, and see the curb over here? This is very straight up. So if, like you're coming in, and you're coming out from over there, say this is very high. If it is high, if the tire comes from over there, if you turn, it goes over it, it's going to break the bumper. Maybe depending on the the setting of the car, how high the car is, it can break the bumper. So it's better to, when you're coming down here, come straight down from there and then turn. Okay. So the other the curb that we did, that was a bit flat, so that was easier. But these ones straight up, so they're hard. So try to avoid going over the curbs when you're coming back. Okay, just as a recap for the 3-point turn. So whenever you're in a drive test, they ask you to do a 3-point turn. What you do is you look for the safe place where there are no cars parked on both sides of the road, and then indicate. You can do from the center of the road as well if you want. So if you do it from the center of the road, you just indicate right, and then you can use the driveway. If you want to use the driveway, make sure you go in the middle of the driveway or stay close to the left of the driveway and keep the car straight up. When you're coming back down, make sure that you don't turn from the start, and avoid going over the corner. So when you're coming back, make sure you look at the back view mirror and the sides for the other traffic, so head checks, and then you're coming down, and then you put into drive, and then you look again for the cars coming from the sides. If there's no one, then you continue, put in drive, continue to drive. Okay. So, and if you want to use curb to curb, you're going to move to the left. It's better to give yourself plenty of room. So but if you go to the left of the curb, then you have to indicate left first, and then you indicate right, and then you look for the traffic, head checks, all those things. Then the rest of the thing is same, as long as we don't hit the things on the grass. Sometimes rubbish bins are close, so you don't want to go too close to the curb as well. Okay, so that's your 3-point turn. If you like the videos, just as usual, subscribe to our channel, like and share with others, and take care. Safe driving. Thank you.